Hey, really sorry about that. So this is part two. I think my phone memory, well, I don't think, I know my phone memory just tapped out. I've obviously done too many videos, which is pretty funny. So I'll pick up where I left off. I was talking about the changes, the speed of changes. Would I have gone, or would I have thought, if you asked me 6 months ago, would I be out in public and presenting the way that I do? And the answer is absolutely not. There's no way in this world, I would have thought. And I think I got to the point saying where, I thought it was going to be 8 to 12 months. There might have been some subtle changes. A keen eye might have said, hey, what's going on here? Your face shape's changed a little bit, or I've noticed that something happening, that's what I thought. But as we've all come to now realise is that no, around the 2 month mark, it all kind of came together for me. And look, maybe I did go a bit too quickly, and maybe I did come out a bit too quickly, and I don't know, but I just think you'll get to that point. You will get to that stage where I am, where you just really don't care what people think or say. It's you're living your life, and you're living as how you want to live and as the person that you are. So I look forward to that for you as well, because it is quite magnificent. So another thing that happened recently is we just went to the Sydney Royal Easter Show. So if you're not from Australia, you won't know what I'm talking about. But it's an annual event that happens at Easter time. It's a huge, big show. It's all agricultural. It's animals. It's rides. It's show bags. It's a big show. It's a great family affair. So we went there. It's a long day. I was 12 hours on my feet. We were there like from just before 9 a.m. to after 9 p.m. So it's a big day. But yeah, just on the subject of being out as yourself, and I wonder when I'm going to stop thinking that way. When am I going to stop actually calling out that I'm going out as me? Because it's pretty obvious that I am me, and there's no other version of me. Well, hopefully there's going to be a more enhanced version of me. But in regards to the old me versus the now me, we're never going back. So, yeah, a little side note. I wonder when I'll stop thinking like that. So what I should be saying is I went out. We went to the Easter show. It doesn't require any more explanation than that, really. But yeah, so continuing on with my story. So the family and I, the four of us, we went to the Easter show as a family, and what did I wear? I just had my skinny jeans on, a little tight white t-shirt that was clearly showing off my assets, and I was walking around all day, and I don't think I got one look from anybody. Now, I have a little bit of social anxiety around crowds, and now this is pre-transition, so this has got nothing to do with my gender or how I'm presenting. Maybe that's another little layer on top of what's always been there, but in this particular area of the show, it was like a food hall, and it was busy. There were so many people in there, and I just got really anxious because I just felt like no matter where I stood, I was trying to get out of people's way. But it's like no matter where I stood, I just felt like I was in the way, and there were just streams of people coming from every direction. It was so busy. So my anxiety just kicked in, and I just said to my family, well, I think they observed I was getting quite anxious. And it was like, should we get out of this room? I'm like, yeah, we should. Like, it was a huge, big, like a warehouse type thing, right? And it's all set up with rows and rows and rows of like food stalls and, places you can purchase things, little bits and pieces, But yeah, so I had to get out of there. But once I was back out in the fresh air, it was okay. So, but just another example of how I'm just sort of living my life like this. Work has just been fantastic, and I don't think I can see that changing at all. Socially, it's wonderful. As I said, it's Easter time, as you would know, coming up this weekend. Actually, we've got a nice 4-day long weekend. It's beautiful. The job that I'm in now, I get to have public holidays off. So really looking forward to catching up with my family, and probably having a few drinks and having some nice food and just sitting around and enjoying each other's company, which is marvellous. No doubt, to my sister, if you're watching this, no doubt we'll probably do her nails or something at some point over the weekend. Give my jewellery a clean. I always clean my jewelry. When I go to my sister's house, she has this wonderful machine that cleans everything. So yeah, it's just really nice to be kind of creating new routines, creating new things that we do, different to the old ones. The old me would turn up with an esky full of beer and bottles of spirits and would just sit there and just drink themselves stupid, because, as we know, dealing with denial of one's identity tends to make you self-medicate, and exactly what I'm doing, which I don't do anymore now. I'm not saying I don't enjoy a drink, and I'm not saying that I sometimes don't overindulge. I think that's part of the human experience, and still being an Australian, that hasn't changed. It's very much part of our culture. It sounds horrible, but it's true. We like to have a drink. So what's changed is what I drink and the quantity. I don't know why you'd be interested in what I like to drink, but just for the record, I like to drink red wine and I love gin and tonic. Very different to beer and bourbon and Coke. A lot less calories, much better for the figure, I think. So anyway, look, I might start to wrap up here. I need to mention as well, I think it's around 350 subscribers. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. You make me feel so valid. And I think it's over 25,000 views in total. Now, look, I'm not doing this, what do they call it, to monetize, to actually make money from this. I don't need money from this, you know. I mean, I never say no to free money, but which there's no such thing as. But I'm doing this, remember, for two reasons. One of them is selfishly for me, to be able to get this out of my head and put it out into the world, to help me cope and deal and process all of my feelings and thoughts. But two, I'm doing it for you. I'm doing this to inspire you, to relate to you, to help you. Maybe you're going through similar things, or maybe it's just a little bit of entertainment. It's just a bit of light entertainment. It's something that you don't have to think about. You can just watch me stand here and dribble on for X amount of minutes each video. But they're the reasons I'm doing this. So once again, thank you so much to everybody who watches my content, who likes and comments on my content, to all my subscribers. And yeah, look, I'm sorry I haven't been able to make as much content as I normally would, but I think I've explained the reasons why. I'm just a busy girl. I've got work, I've got kids, I've got a wife, I've got life. And it actually is nice to, although my transition, as I've mentioned, is so front of mind for me and so important, and it's a real priority, and it does take up a huge part of my time. It's nice. A couple of things that are changing is that I'm getting back to work in the real world with people. That's nice because it fills my time up. I'm not thinking about me all day long, although I do tend to talk about me all day long with my colleagues. But it's nice to free myself up and to get out there back into the real world and start to live again. You know, just a simple act of buying a coffee from a coffee shop rather than making it in my own kitchen. And two, it's just becoming really normal. This is just my life now. I'm not considering so much as, you know, I'm transitioning. It's almost like I'm well and truly into transition. Like I'm way past those early stages. I'm way past all that, the mental side of things, all the questioning and so on. And I'm at the point now where it's just all good. I don't get struck down with a disaster now. Oh, so yeah, the whole family thing. Wow, how did I forget to talk about that? So the family members that needed more time when I first came out, I hadn't spoken to them since November of last year. So it's now mid-April. So yeah, there's been contact with my mother and my sister, and there's talk of maybe a scheduled kind of a get-together, sit down. And my thoughts on that at the moment are, I'm going to do this for one reason, and it's for my mother, and it's for the family. It's for keeping the peace. But just so anybody who's wondering, I'm not discounting who I am for 1 second for anybody. I'm not making any apologies for who I am to anybody ever. I will not be included in any kind of meet halfway concession kind of thing off the table. I've got nothing to be sorry about. I've got nothing to apologise for. I'm putting this on record. If anything, it should be the other way around, because I'm just being me. I'm being true and authentic. And if you can't handle that, sorry. I've moved on. Anyway, I'm going to end on that note. What a cheery note to end on. Wish me luck for my laser hair removal today. I am sorry that you had to look at this face for the whole 2 videos, 20 odd minutes worth, but I do appreciate you sticking around. I'm being silly. It's all part of the journey, right? Warts and all, I told you I was going to tell you and show you exactly what being transgender looks like. And on some days it looks like this. So yeah, all right. Thanks once again. Have a lovely day, and I'll be posting up my next update soon. Bye.